Hello friends, how are you? I am Savitri Shivaprasad. This is a motivational, spiritual and educational channel. So all of you are welcome to this talk. A motivational or in a way it's a spiritual talk. You can say so. So are you happy? Yes or no? Actually, what is this happiness? I think happiness is a state of mind. If your mind is free, then you are happy. So the secret of happiness is within you. You are responsible for your own happiness. Now, look into the profiles of some of the great intellectuals. Krishna's words, Jesus Christ's words, then Sri Rama's words to his brother Lakshmana, Swami Vivekananda's words, Gopala Krishna Gokhale's magnificent speeches. You know, these words are mightier than sword. Krishna's words to Arjuna is an example. Now Swami Vivekananda, one of the great intellectuals the world has ever seen. India gave birth to a lot of intellectuals. Vivekananda was a great intellectual and he participated in the Parliament of Religions held in Chicago once with great difficulty. So he was the representative of India. His address, my dear sisters and brothers of America, it was quite new to the Americans. Thousands of people clapped their hands, and the next day itself, the American press recognized him as the greatest figure in the Parliament of Religions. His words. Also Gandhiji, he was the man who said little and did more. And he had the courage to say, my life is my message. He had his autobiography, the story of my experiments with truth. So this book was a great motivation and inspiration to the younger generation, especially students. One of the chapters begins like this: I was not a bright boy at school, but I enjoyed the affection of my teachers. Certificates of progress and character used to send to my parents, and I never had a bad certificate. Underline that. I never had a bad certificate. So he was very careful with his character. According to him, character is lost, everything is lost. And he had his own opinion about good handwriting also. And this advice is, or this talk is to students, you know. According to him, good handwriting is a necessary part of education, and bad handwriting is a sign of an imperfect education. So he used to say, children should first be taught the art of drawing before learning how to write. So now I am speaking about the great quotes made by those great people. Now Gopala Krishna Gokhale, he made a lot of magnificent speeches. So during one of his speech he said, see visions from the hilltops and take the message of hope to the toilers in the valleys. What a great message. The value of or the importance of hard work in our life. See visions from the hilltops and take the message of hope to the toilers in the valleys. Gopala Krishna Gokhale to Sarojini Naidu. So there are a lot of heroes. Like the next one is, I want to say, is about Isaac Newton, Sir Isaac Newton. You know, he had studied the theory of light for about 20 years. Then a tragedy came to his life. One day, he left all the manuscript papers on his table and went out. Then when he returned, he saw that all his discoveries were converted into a heap of ashes. What happened actually? He had a pet dog named Diamond. So whenever his master had gone, the little dog jumped upon the table and overturned the lighted candle. What a great tragedy. So a depression came to him. History says Isaac Newton, he was a great scientist. He had his own ideas. He discovered the force of gravitation, then the force of wind, etc. His childhood was also very poor one. When his father died, his mother married again and went to live in North Vietnam with her new husband. So little Isaac was left to the care of his good old grandmother. His grandmother sent him to school and he studied. He had a taste for mathematics and he had a set of tools made by himself. So he discovered many things. Then Albert Einstein, one of the great scientists. So Einstein says, what we know is a drop and what we don't know is an ocean. He also invented the theory of relativity, then the great equation E is equal to mc square, which is the principle behind the atom bomb. So he wanted to make our earth an Eden. So I started this talk by referring to happiness, So we should enjoy the little pleasures in our life. All these great intellectuals taught us this great lesson. Little drops of water, there's a little poem in English. A little poem, little things. Little drops of water, little grains of sand make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Then little deeds of love, little act of kindness make your earth an Eden like the heaven above. But this is a busy world, Most of us says we have no time. But 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 60. A lot of time in front of us, 24 hours. So look at the beauty around you. The nature around you. If you have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind that opens to the beauty, then you can enjoy the little pleasures around you. Then you know that this nature is a wonderful university. So every little things are important because big things are formed of little things. There is also another poem in English written by Robert Frost, the famous poet Robert Frost. The poem titled as Snoping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. So this is the real life nowadays. So if you want permanent happiness, you please have a glance at the outer wonderful, beautiful world. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Be good children of God always. Thank you.